Hello, Doom here, and this is episode 34 on the BlocLIST server, and today I'm back at my base. We're finally going to finish the room over there. I'm going to actually stick the farms in. Oh, have I just noticed that? And we're going to fix that there. Let me just get some smooth stone. 1, 2, 3. It was only 3, wasn't it? Yeah, we're finally going to finish the farms over there, finally. Sort of. I still need to think about what I'm going to do with the walls, because I've got some ideas, but I need to work on it. It's going to take a long time. But we'll finally do it, and I'm also going to show you the blaze farm, which I've actually made. That I made on my own time, because I've got blaze rods. I've been using it for a little bit. Better fuel source. I've been meaning to do it for a long time. For here, I've made a few changes here, so I can actually fill it in the back. And storage there for the fuel. And I'm going to change this all up to make it better, because I'm going to need more storage for the furnaces, because blaze rods are good and they smelt a lot of stuff. And I can get a mass amount of them now with... Which I think I've still got my looting sword on me, which I don't need anymore. But anyway, let's go over here. I'm going to go and show you the blaze farm in a moment. But let me show you where we're going to be working today. I haven't done anything else at my base. And it really is about time that I get back over here and start working on this. Should go in there in a second, because I have also started digging out this room as well. And there's a slime in there, of course, obviously. So I began to dig this out as well, which is going to be like pretty much another one of those, but over here. Sometimes I dig that out. It's not a big problem. The beacon was in a good place. That's in my speed mining area. And the beacon's in a good place so I can actually dig this out a bit, and I'm using a combination of TNT and the haste beacon. And it doesn't take that long at all, so I need to do that. And now I'll probably do that and build off camera, because I'm already built here. It's going to be pretty much similar, except more automated farms. This side's going to have more manual farms to cover up this area. And I've started to lay out sort of to section it off. We've got one pen here. And I'll have small wheat field. Don't need that much, and there'll be carrots. I think that's going to be cows. Then there'll be pigs here with some carrots. There's going to be reeds along the back. The middle one, I think, will have potatoes and melons and pumpkins and cactus. And at the far end, there'll be a big sheep pen with more wheat. With more wheat farms. I've put the animals next to the item that breeds them, the food that breeds them, which I think makes sense. And I'm going to go off and do this on my own off camera right now, because it's going to be very tedious. I need to get the animals down here. And I've also got to figure out what to do for this end. I think I've gone too far, but that's okay. It's easier to fill stuff in rather than realising you don't have enough space and you have to go back and dig it out again, which would be very annoying. So that won't be too much of a problem. But what I'm going to do now then, I'm just going to do this farm area. I'm going to do this off camera. And while I'm doing that, I will go and show you the blaze farm that I've worked on. So I'll see you in a bit. Here we are in the Nether. Come down one of the ladders from the Nether hub, and we got this corridor here, which was conveniently dug out. I still don't know who dug this out, but this was here from very early on, and it seemed to conveniently come out. Oh, hello. I don't have my looting sword on me anymore. Oh. I swear 1.8 is a very buggy update, I suppose. The mobs keep forgetting about you, it's weird. No skull. I don't have my looting sword on me anymore, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. Look at that blaze. They've made changes to mobs. The pigmen are broken and the blazes are just stupid now. It just looks ridiculous to see them slowly walking towards you like they're the bad villain in a horror movie. It just looks so weird. And they see you from miles away. They're like zombies, but they're like got the zombie AI, but zombie AI on steroids, but they're blazes, so they do it in super slow motion. And it's very annoying. But anyway, that's the fortress where we farm skellies that was converted. And you go further down, where this corridor just conveniently goes further down. And then you take a left, and here's where the blaze farm is. And it's a double blaze farm. I worked on this on the weekend during the Minecraft marathon. I just thought I'd build one. And I built one of them, and then I got frustrated. Why is that like that? Do I have any netherrack here? I do. I just got frustrated because of the changes to blazes and the pigmen. And I wish I built it earlier, because I was dreading building this, but it was actually quite easy to build, and I wish I did it earlier. I wish I did it before 1.8, and we didn't have to deal with these annoying changes to the blazes and pigmen. I need bones. So essentially, it's just the funnel design. I just typed in blaze farm into Google and picked the first video, and it was Mumbo Jumbo's design with the funnel, and then you got the pressure plates on the last one. And it takes a while, but it's low enough down. The first platform there is low enough down that if the blazes rest on there, they are out of range, and the spawner will continue to work. So that'll just continually fill up, and eventually they will find their way down there, and they'll push their way down there, and they'll push into each other, and it will work, and they'll collect. And the second one's over here, which goes a bit into the fortress over there. It takes up some of the spawning space, but it's a double. You stand in this corridor around about here. I think there's actually a lot of leeway. You're quite close to both of them. They are quite close together. But this can work as a double. I found it just standing here. It's a good reference point. And they're both active. So, yeah, double blaze spawner. And you come down, make use of slime blocks again. Come down here. There's some blazes collected in there. And they haven't collected down there yet because I didn't stand long enough to activate that. But you saw blazes spawning. And yeah, we go down here. I've just got enchantment set up, I suppose, because it's quite easy to get to 30 now. If you just, because it only takes away 3 of your levels. Once you got to 30 once, it doesn't take. Ah, there we go. There's a blaze that fell down. It doesn't take that long to get back up to 30 from 27. There we go. We got some stuff here. That's really it. I'll put a link in the description to the video I went off of, if you want to build your own, and to give credit, of course. But essentially the way it works, pull the lever down, which closes it so no more fall down, and it stops them jumping up as well, which can be very annoying. And then you press the button. And my Skype went off. I do apologise. I've spent like months on D&D, and I've started going online again, and I forgot to say D&D when I started recording, which is very silly. But that will do a tick to make up 1 hit. Easy. And if I have my looting sword, I'll be using my looting sword, but just for demonstrations I'll show that. But it makes them 1 hit. And there you go. And you can use your looting sword, or you can bring your own harming potions if you want, or just punch them. But there's a blaze farm. That's what I did on the weekend. Anyway, back to my base. Okay then, so back to my base. I may actually change a few things here, but let's just do a little bit of talking, because I'll probably have to change stuff. I haven't got everything down here because the sheep won't be too much trouble, but I think I have to go back to spawn to get cows. But I've got the pigs down here. That was easy. And so I putting the rest of the farms in, but I may change it. I may just go with auto farms here, because the slimes are just too much of a pain. They keep trampling the crops, and I'm very annoyed that slimes still spawn in any like level. It's just, they don't need to anymore. It's kind of ridiculous. But I thought I could get away with it, because they now despawn in 1.8, which is nice. That's just amazing that they despawn. At least they've done something right there. And the main problem is because of this area. This strip, slimes just spawn here all the time, but once I've done this actual room, this won't have any spawning space, so I may be okay. I mean, slimes will still be able to spawn on the grass here, where it's obviously there's no half slabs. But I may actually get away with it, but I think in the long term, these will become automatic farms. In some way, I'll edit it out, I'll change it and edit the way it is. Even the animal farms, because the animals taking too much space, I can make these a lot more compact and automatic. The most important thing for now is that I have all the farms down here that I can actually harvest and make use of, which is good. So I don't have to keep going up top to get pigs, to kill the pigs, to get food and stuff like that. So I'll make the farms like this, and it isn't quite finished now. I'm a bit pressed for time, and I wanted to come in and talk about this right now. I've only mainly just got to get just this space here, just pumpkins and melons and cactus and cocoa beans. I think that's the rest that I've got. The important thing is I've got food and I've got reeds down here, so I can actually continue to work and not have to keep going back and forth to get stuff. If you know what I mean, because I've got to do a lot of work here, and I want to get this done, and I want to do that room as well, which I'll do a lot off camera. So there's that. In a moment, I'm going to go away and do some more off camera work. I'm going to tidy this up. I'm going to tidy up the ceiling, which is going to be mainly smooth stone. I'll do the walls, and the walls will curve up to blend in with it, but the ceiling will be just smooth stone basically. But I've got to flatten it out and smooth it out and fill in these gaps where there's caves that I've cut off, and obviously you got the ravine over here. I'll figure out what to do with this, because this doesn't need to be this wide. I only need a bit of space here to make it look nice, so this wall can be brought in a bit and do the rest of these walls. Yeah, massive ravine. There's a zombie spawner there, which is I might just destroy because I've got no use for it. Because it's in the way really. It's just right there, right in the roof. It's pointless being there, so I'm going to have to destroy that. And I need to start working on the walls, which I'll probably do on camera a little bit. But I've started working on a design here, which I really, really like. Look, this took a while to do, but I finally figured out a design that I like. So, and I think this is what I'm going to go with. I'm going to just figure out a bigger way of doing it here. Like, this is actually kind of easy. It's just, it'll be the same. Oh, I've got all farming stuff and dirt in my inventory. Get out of here. You bit of coal. I guess we could do a little bit of work, I suppose, just to show what I've the process, I guess. So let's get the. I need that, and I need some fences. Gonna need more stairs. Yeah, just for this little section. This will actually go right up to the top, I think. Oh, I can actually do something different there, actually. Oh, I know what to do. I think I know what to do there. Yeah. Okay, we'll do. I just had to go out. I was just gonna do this again, but extend it all the way up. But I think I can just mirror the exact same thing that's here, which goes. Oh, that's in the wrong place. So that goes up to here, and hopefully you can't hear any music in the background. I mean, I can hear it, but I don't think my mic will pick it up. I've talked about this before. I have a neighbour who likes to sing and play music, and I've confirmed that today that he does sing and play music. Like I'm convinced now he has a piano in his house, which is very unusual. You're living in a sort of flat type thing, a sort of like apartment building, in a sense, sort of. I've said this before. It's like 8 houses, 8 small apartment houses, 2-story apartment houses stacked and fitted together around each other, and it just seems unusual. But about an hour ago, while I was working on here, and I shit you not, he was singing the Addams Family. He started singing the Addams Family. I started hearing like the piano, the do 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 do. I was like, what does that sound like? And then he started singing. I'm like, oh my god, that is the Addams Family. What the hell is he doing singing the Addams Family? So yeah, that's some of the stuff I have to deal with. It's so funny. It's annoying, but it's kind of funny to hear him start singing the Addams Family. But there we go. That's sort of the stuff that I have to deal with. Oh god. Anyway, so I need the clay on my bar. So then that goes there like that. And yeah, that looks really good. I like that. That looks really, really good. I have to think about light levels actually, because that's not half slabs. So I might put half slabs on there. Maybe. Actually no, it's going to extend up. It's going to extend up, so I don't have to worry about half slabs. That's good. So then that goes like that. And then that's like that. And then it's clay again. I mean, how does it actually go? I think it's stairs again, and it's a full block, and it's stairs. Okay, that should be easy. So it's, I think it's stairs like that, and it's a block, and then that's like that, and then there's, it's gonna be a bit tricky. That like that. I think that's how it is. Oh, get rid of you. This goes up, and then we go over. That goes like that, and we'll put a torch up here for now. I'm gonna do this off camera, figure out. It may just be, because I don't know if this is in the middle, that'd be so much easier. I might just flip this upside down and build the exact same thing, but obviously going, you know, into the wall. But that's that for now. You get to see how I've been building it. How's that go? Oh, crap, how does that go now? I think it's just like that, isn't it? And then that comes down. And then like that. So there we go. Last thing I need to do is just put the fence on. There we are. That and that. I'm really happy with that. That is a really good wall design. I just need to extend it up and it'll come out again. Maybe a bit further. Yeah, I gotta figure out something else to do for the ceiling. So yeah, that's a bit of an update, a little bit of building. So I'm gonna tidy up the walls now and the ceiling. Maybe bring that wall in a bit. Figure out how far it needs to go out. And you know, see how long the episode's been. I'll be back with you to do a little bit more in the episode. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I am running out of time, so I'm going to have to bring this to an end. Running out of time for this week, for this episode. And I can't finish this today. I've got so much more to do, and I've just come out with a few more ideas. Because I need to figure out what to do over here. I'm not quite exactly sure. But I have half-slabbed it, so we're getting normal slimes. I mean, if I was smart, I could have just made this whole strip into a slime farm, and I probably would have done that if they didn't make the changes to make them despawn. Because it'd just be too inefficient, but yeah, it's alright. I think something else. I'm not really quite sure though. I think of something for it. I need to figure that out. And I need to... This seems a bit empty in the sky, and I had ideas for things hanging down from the ceiling which I'm going to have to work with. And I'm also probably going to just change these to automatic farms, as I said. Now, I got all the farms in. I mean, this is a bit of a mess though. I wasn't sure what to do with this little square. But we've got all the farms in, and the slimes aren't destroying the farms anymore because they're not really spawning. So I got my farms in, so that's good. But I think when we see this next time, I don't know when it'll be, probably a couple more weeks, but next time I show this, it'll be completely different, and I'll have the other room done as well. But I've been doing some work, like this wall. I mean, look at this fancy wall that I did. It looks really, really good. I continued it on and finished this whole side from side to side, wall to wall, and it looks really, really good. I'm so happy with the way this wall has turned out. I changed it a little bit for this final section. We can't really see it that well because the tree has grown very far over, actually. That's very unusual. But we'll look from this side. This side's a bit better. We can see it clearly. But that's the wall we've gone for that side, and we'll probably change it up for this side of the wall because it's a bit long. I don't want to have to do all that all the way along. But that side will be the same. But it looks really good. I'm so happy with the way this has turned out, and that's the other pattern I did for this section. And this is what we might do for this wall along here. We may go to this pattern, and for a few more of these in the middle where I need to connect it up. But that's a really good wall. I love that. I like the way it's turned out. There we go, fancy wall design, and I think that's really it. So the next time I come back to my base to show you this, it'll look completely different. There'll be automatic farms, there'll be fancy stuff hanging from the ceiling. This empty space obviously will be filled up. I'll have the strip down there will be completed, and also that side will be done as well, which will be pretty much the exact same room. I've just got to copy what I've done here and build it over there. Oh yes, I'll mess around with banners. I'm not sure what to do with banners, but I just came up with some random design there which just uses all the layers just piled on top of each other, and you get something like that. I'm not really sure what to do with the banners because I haven't got that sort of creativity to do something like that. I can do a massive wall, but I can't do a small banner with the limited layers we have. But there we go. But anyway, that's it. So whenever I'm back here, it'll look completely different. And I think next episode I'm going to actually go to the theme park and actually build my first game, the PvP arena that I had last time. I'm going to recreate that. So yeah, that's something to do for next episode. But anyway, to end now, thank you very much for watching. And I will see you again next time.